My brother, Behold Manos to the building. What's going on, family?
What's up, man? What's up, man? You're doing big things too, man. I gotta
Hey,
say,
indeed,
inspiration.
indeed.
You're
Yes, yes,
inspiring a lot of people, man, and that's what we need
yes.
to do.
Indeed, indeed. That's the movement, inspiration, man. Spiraling the information. You feel
Yeah,
me? So that's what we gonna do tonight. Behold Manos on TikTok. Go to TikTok right now. Follow my brother if you ain't following him. Get the information. We gonna get it in tonight. So let's get straight to it. Behold Manos. That's the name. That's what we going by tonight, right? That's who you are. Let's get into your story a little bit first before you get the people all the information that you got. Who are you and where you from and all of that good stuff.
man. I came to the conclusion that I am, in a sense, I cannot be just one thing because we're always evolving. So if I
Mm-hmm.
tell you that I am this or I am that means I'm stopping myself from evolving. So
Mm-hmm.
when people ask me who I am, because I don't know where I'm gonna end up. I'm on a journey. So if I
Right.
tell you I'm this person now, a couple of weeks from now, I might have to make an adjustment. I might not
Mm.
be the same person anymore. So I am, man. It's just they give me a title, they give me a name that I didn't pick. But in reality, I'll tell you a little story about me. Um, my mom couldn't have kids. Like, yeah, I've been poisoned since I was in the belly, right?
Mm.
Um, Someone poisoned her. She lost a baby. She couldn't have kids because of what happened. So she ended up going to church, praising and doing all that uh, strength. Like she's a powerful. Like when I saw your clip about women behind your back, like I
Mm-hmm.
watched my mom sacrifice not eating to make sure that we had enough. You
Mm.
feel me? That stuck with me forever. Like I can never disrespect anyone. Like when it comes to God, if I want to look at who's God, it will be a sheep,
Mm.
right? But in the process, she couldn't have kids, and then she ended up being pregnant with me, and then they poisoned her again. So I was supposed to be gone. But before that happened, someone went into her belly, like through her dreams, took me out, wiped me clean, and put me back in. And 2 days later, I was born.
Mm.
You know what's funny, man? I realized there was something special with this because she was never worried about me, no matter where I go. Like, no, nothing. Like, till this day, my mom will say, "You're the only person that I trust to drive me."
Mm.
It's like that's, and I always build that around people, the safety, the security, because I put people first. Because when you put people first, it bounces right back, man. I just get
Right.
to know who you are as a character. I don't care what you believe in, what you are, your name. I just look at who you are as a being. And that reflection, when I give it, I don't go for judgment. I just see light. I just see beauty. I just see someone that I could learn something from. It's like, because we all pretty much like a piece of puzzle. You start rejecting people. That person, when it's not, when it- everything from you, and then you just reject it because of what they believe, because of where they come from. I think I made it. I tell you, man, when I hear people talk about value and you're gonna,
Well, I'm having a little hard time hearing you, brother. Can you?
can you
Is it?
hear me?
Yeah, there you go. It sounds clear now.
All right. So what I was
Okay.
saying
Yeah.
is,
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
what I was saying is, um, I grew up in Haiti,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
But people were saying when I came here in the state, I'm hearing a bunch of stuff about trauma, man. My
When
mom
when
used
did
to,
you get here in the states?
I think I was 12 or 11,
Mm. Okay.
right? And my mom would have to put us under the bed because people with guns outside the door, breaking people's door down, and we're like two doors covered, yo. And when I tell you I grew up, I had no fear, nothing. Like I don't. I'm like, it's a choice. Either you move on or you hold on to things that could hurt you. You feel me?
Right.
So it's just like I just been browsing, man, just flowing. If
Mm.
I see something that makes sense, I adapt. If it doesn't make sense, reject. And I just keep it moving, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Where you currently reside at in the States?
Say that again.
Where you currently reside at in the
In New
States?
York.
In New York? In
Yeah.
New York, New York, New York. That's dope. So from Haiti, the roots are in Haiti. What is it like? You remember like a lot about Haiti? What is it like in Haiti?
I'll tell you this, man. It's like a big ass family.
Mm,
Like I realized that everyone knows the kids who lives around. Meaning all the houses know that kids is this person's kid, that person is this person's kid, and then we all come at one in a group and we just play, man. That's all I remember. It was always outside. There
mm.
was no times like the time when I grew up is we didn't have light 24/7. So when I watch TV, it's just like you stuck to it and take as much light as you can at the moment because you know they're gonna shut it off. And when they do shut it off, the first thing you do is go outside and play. So you could put me in any sports, man. And it's like, yo, have you been playing it? No, man. It's just my ability to just do whatever it is, man. So it's like I grew up with like one toy a year. Or I would have to make my own. The toothpaste boxes. We'll
Mm-hmm.
make a little shape of cars and get like the bottles cap, flatten them, put a hole in them. It was like make wheels and yo,
Hell yeah,
that was it, man. There was
you
nothing
gotta
special,
be.
but it was amazing, man. You realize the hands on, the ability to just be yourself and connect with nature. It's like and and I realized growing up, like we never really have conversation about nature. It just happened. Like
Mm-hmm.
you just knew about like black magic, voodoo, people was doing it for bad thing. But in reality, you realize there is something special because you see things that not a lot of people could, it's like if I tell you that I've seen someone transform into a cat, you'll be like, man, that's just in the movie. Well, I was 5 or 7, around 5, 6, 7 years old. Like someone transforming into a cat. And that changed my whole life completely. Why? Because that person used to talk about Jesus in the Bible. And that flipped my whole life upside down because I used to be on my knees, man, praying. Like I used to go to Catholic school where you have to go to church every first Sunday. So I was a part of it. Like, I was deep. Like that was my life, man, because I care about people so much. So when I heard and I saw Jesus getting hurt, man, it's like every Easter, it's a cry moment because you're like, damn, someone put the life on the line, and yo,
Mm.
that's how I grew up, man. And then I changed my
Wow,
life when I saw that person transform. I'm like, that thing is not real.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
We gonna definitely get more into that. Let's talk about it. The Behold Manos, right? Behold Manos. Where does the title come from?
So to tell you the truth, man, I see my hands. It's like my handiwork for the world is to transmute energy. It's like, it's like even the phone when I'm holding it, man, I feel like the phone is sucking something out of my hand. And
Mm.
then me, now I have to take that advantage out of you sucking the life out of me. Let me project something else out of you. And that's when the name came out of it, man.
Behold Manos. I
It
love it.
worked, man.
And it work. You said it worked.
Yeah, handiwork, like the hand,
And it worked. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Indeed. So, and you know what? In the video that I just showed at the beginning, right, when you was talking about the pyramids being cameras, let's get into that a little bit. How did you run into that? Can you explain that to the people a little more in depth about your research on that?
All right, so I build apps, right? So
Okay.
I came to the conclusion that we have electricity running through our body. We have energy that's floating that we don't see that we could tap into. So I went on a journey to trying to find out why are we not using them. So it is against the law because it's gonna evoke something inside of you as people with melanin skin that project a lot more when the
Mm.
sun, you know. And then I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I'm digging into it. And then I said, if I want to have more energy, while I'm scrolling, I see this guy plugging an orange, and he was able to charge his phone. So I
Mm-hmm.
went into a diet. So while I was looking at the food that I was eating, it was the exact same thing that they use to bring pictures to life back in the day. It blew my mind.
Mm.
The
With
chemical
the
in the chemical in all food, that's what they use too. All the old pictures you seen, you had to shake in the paper to make it come to
mm,
life. That's what
facts.
we're eating. So that took me on a journey, since I'm trying to create an app and I'm trying to put my avatar, which is the real person, into the app. And then I'm
Oh,
like,
hold on. You said hold on, hold on. You said okay, the stuff that they making pictures with, right?
the devil that like, okay, so back in the day when you take pictures, you have to go in the dark room, and then you have to
Uh,
put the pictures in the chemical stuff to make
yeah,
all the
yeah.
substances, and all that stuff is in our food.
But why?
Now I came to the conclusion is for projection. We
Okay.
created an image of God, image. So they turning us into photographic that we could project to turn into the digital world. So you'll be able to project not just your pictures now, your thoughts and everything else. Now you become a reflection of the world that they trying to create. Well,
And
it was deep, man. When I find
it's
out
deep.
also,
It's deep. And how did you run into this? That might give everybody a clear understanding because it's some deep shit.
I'm scrolling and I'm looking at even the way the a city structure is like a battery, and it all comes down to like the energy part of it. So I went down while I'm scrolling to TikTok, and I saw this guy back in the day talking about DNA has zeros and ones
Mm-hmm.
when they dig deep down, and I'm like, damn, we are the best piece of technology ever created. If all these things they created able to connect with me, and I'm putting on a VR set, and I'm sitting there and it feels like, yo, I'm like, yo, I'm a piece of technology. And then I'm looking at all the structure. I'm looking at everything that they telling us, and then I just flip them upside down, man. I just
Mm.
flip them upside down and see where can I connect the dots. And then I'm sitting there trying to build an app. The more I'm trying to dig into who I am as a person, the more I'm realizing I am just a piece of technology who has connection to a field of energy. Like we are a magnet that just attract,
That's a
and they
fact.
can turn us into anything we want, like anything they want, pretty much. Because the diet in our food, it's what got me, because I changed my diet long time ago, bro. Even the smell of the meat, it's like make me want to throw up. I went through a journey where I changed my diet completely. So through that journey, that's why I figure out all these things, all of me being a projection to what they want me to be. Me being sitting in front of a black screen, projecting like dark or black or whatever you want to call it, magic to me. It's like I could see the connection, and I could see why all these pyramids were built to project. But here's the catch that make me come to this, y'all. This one is funny. I posted this, and I couldn't stop laughing. We always heard about like the elite, yo, they trying to break through, they trying to break the firmament, right?
Right.
And I came to the conclusion like they find out what's happening, right? They find out that your spirit is being reincarnated over and over and over and over. It's like in a loop. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, they say they know the truth. And I just find out this truth. And I'm like, that's why they're trying to break through. Because you realize even the vegetables that we eat, they have a conscious, they have some type of energy. because it's all people that's being created by I people. I'm gonna start with this. I went and found a book. I stayed in a house that used to belong to the Rockefellers. This is a little facts. So the Rockefellers' old family house is where I stay now. You know, the person that says he want workers, he doesn't want people to think.
You want
I found this
workers
book,
here.
and God did not create us, right? I'm gonna tell you why. I said right for you to agree with me when I'm not supposed to. It's just like I'm forcing it. But here's what I learned. When they asked God, why would you create us in heaven, give us this body, and then take it away again? God said, I would never create something that don't last. Like you are the spirit. You're the one who decided to come to earth to have the devil's desire. So now when they say, like we are all the devil's children, it's because we are being deceived to have the experience of this world. So now I went to an old text and I'm hearing Jesus talking about do not fall in love with the things of the world. And I can never really comprehend to what he was saying. And I connected the dots. I'm like, this guy is saying, if you even have goals, if you even have a passion for anything in this world, they put a way for you not to accomplish it. So that way you could reincarnate and complete that process. So they saying do not have any desire, because when you do, you're going to come right back. And that made the connection for me to realize why all these ads, why all the celebrities, why, after they get like the billions of people following them, all of a sudden they gone. It's almost like if you listen to the Matrix, I connected the dot when he says, I want to come back to become someone important, someone famous. And then I seen all these people showing pictures of people back in the day and now looking the same. So you're just like, man, there's a projection happening. And then this guy saying the moon is plasma. And then I'm watching all the show. They say, yo, the moon is just a redirect wave to transfer back the spirit back to earth. When I talk like that in front of people, they just be laughing, man. But I made the connection because it's just like, damn, why? And we realize energy transform when they doing the spirit work, like 9/11, you see all the lights or some of the buildings, we're seeing lights projecting into the sky. And we think it's just a show. It is not. It's the exact same thing the pyramid used to do back in the day. There's a structure in a way for you not to see the real structure of it. You just see the light going up. Slick, man.
It's crazy. Lots to unravel there.
Oh yeah, man. My brain just be going, bro.
And that's the beauty of it, though. One thing lead to another, right?
Exactly.
And that's why you can always connect the dots. Like I tell people all the time, when you run into the spiritual community or consciousness, what happens is you learn one thing to learn another.
Exactly.
And it's like, damn, that makes so much sense, right? So let's piggyback off of that a little bit. When you talk about the pyramids, what is your thoughts on the pyramids, the Anunnaki, all of the new age stuff that you do see on TikTok when it comes to who we are, the return of Jesus and all of that? What is your take on what's going on now and how it correlates with the cosmos and all of this goodish?
I'll say this. I believe the earth is flat, right?
Okay.
Me, I always say it on my page, earth is flat.
Facts.
But I believe since it's flat, it's a huge piece of land. And we do have other people that look, half men, half dogs, people have, and I believe at one point the door was open and everyone used to just come as one. And what I believe happened is something happened with Earth where they start crisscrossing everything from humans to animals. So we don't know what's what anymore. It's like I believe, like even the chicken itself, even the dog, and you hearing all his names they giving them. And then you start in the process, it's like those are not God creation. these animals are man-made, because the far back you go and you realize it's being crisscrossed with something else. So now they playing God. In all his stories, man, I kind of like remove myself in a sense, because I'll tell you this, man. I did a meditation for 8 hours. Like I sat there for 8 hours. It was the strangest thing ever. It felt like it was just a few minutes. I look at the clock. I was sitting there for 8 hours. Went through a journey, and I realized, even when the definition of Jesus dying on the cross is saying this body is nothing. It is nothing. When I went through that journey, I experienced something that I can't put into words. I experienced the pain of the animal that they slaughtering, not knowing it's all magic. We never question what do they do with the blood of all these animals that they're killing. It's all magic. I went to the pain of what's happening. I went to the suffering of what they're going through. But we have to realize these animals have consciousness. They could raise a family. They could pass down things from generation to generation. They have a better connection to earth than us. And then we sit in there, we eating them thinking it's just meat. Well, it's just we taking on consciousness. And then at one point you have to realize why people back in the day used to have to do some type of spell to release the spirit that they taking on. Because now you think it's just meat. No, you're taking on consciousness that give you the mental problem, because now you're not being yourself anymore. You have multiple things telling you what to do. Well, I'll give you a test. If you know anyone who's clumsy, tell them to change their diet from meat. Remove meat out of their diet, and you'll see what happens. Those fingers will work way better than before.
Let me ask you this: when did you change your ways of eating? Because I know you said you been did it.
Oh, damn! I would say like 18 years ago, man.
18. So you've been what, vegan? What if you had to put a label on the way that you eat over the last 18 years?
I would say I don't eat anything that has blood run through his vein. Like if it's has legs, eyes, mouth, can communicate. Even when it comes to the vegetables and fruits, man, I realize these things also have a consciousness.
Indeed.
But they give a lot more the energy than a dead thing that don't give you nothing. Right. And that's why you see people used to eat raw meat. And we think they were nasty, and when in reality, they were just taking on the energy that they need, just like they used to do, us, cook us and eat us, because they think they could take what we had, the superpowers. And the question you asked before, I believe it was us. I believe it was us black people, man, who had all these powers. And now they find a way to suppress by using electricity to block the energy and change a frequency. Change the way we listen to music. So I believe the history, they make it seems like it's something so far-fetched, like it was people from somewhere else, man. We have a deeper connection to this earth than anything else. So I would say it was us, man. The only thing any aliens, Anunnaki, they talk, all I can see is just a bunch of black people, man.
And you know what? That's crazy that you on that wave, because the other day I posted a video and I was talking about connected, and getting back to earth, getting back to nature, right? That's the importance in the world of AI, especially, where AI is coming into boom, like the fucking baby boom. You feel me?
Exactly.
Like it's crazy. So in the world of AI, how important it is to get back to nature. And you speaking on, if somebody to stop eating meat, they would not be clumsy no more. Can you expound on that just a little bit?
I'll tell you this, man. I feel like there's certain people who take on spirit differently than other people. Mm-hmm. Meaning like they could be controlled so much more easier. And then I sat there, bro. I'm not making this up. I watch people eat meat and watch their action change. Watch them, the fingers is just not even in motion anymore. It's like it's not them in control. The animals, they have 5 fingers. It has something that, and then you realize the madness that's happening because it's 2 brains. They can't control the other consciousness and mental health comes into play. Now you don't know which way it become confusion because you don't know what to do with that spirit. Even Just guys, I'm no doctor, but if you want to test it, and you realize you have a lot more grip to things, you become more aware of where your surrounding. It's really, there's a reason why they provided it. There's people who could eat meat, man. Nothing happened to them. That's a
Now,
stronger.
now when you say that, right? Like who, like as we, like you say, us black people, right? We're not supposed to be eating animals. We're not. We spiritual beings and all of this good thing, right? How can a person get more connected to 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 the all, to the source?
Here's the thing, man. I realize, when they say, "Oh, we're supposed to eat meat," right? I said, I look at the food that they call soul food. I look at the food that a slave used to eat. It was just a bunch of leftovers.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Food. So we had to go to the grass, do our own little potion magic, and spice it up. And that's what I believe, man. But I believe for you to connect with the cosmos, you have to vibrate. You are your own vibration. Everything in nature vibrate.
That's a
The way
fact.
you speak, the way people say I have an accent, it's my vibration to the cosmos. Like even if I try even hire a coach to change it, I'm changing who I am. So it's just like you have to learn how to vibrate. When they say the like you have to take the time to vibrate and connect with the cosmos. That's what I believe. You see the bees, same thing. The lion growl, it's all vibration. That's what I
Yeah.
believe, man. It's like I'll sit in meditation for 1 hour and just and feel the whole vibration of my body, and
Mm.
things happen, man.
Man, meditation is so important. I
Meditation
don't.
is the key, man.
It's the key. It's. I think it's. It's a. To me personally, right? It's a combination of everything that involves doing the work for yourself. Eating the right foods, like you say, eating the highest vibrational foods on the planet. That matters. Breathing exercises, that matters. Meditating, sunlight, putting your feet in the dirt. All of these things matter. Do you think one can obtain a higher level of consciousness, right? By like not doing all of that? Is there a pathway to spirituality that doesn't involve all of those things?
Well, I'll tell you this, man. Just like we mentioned before, everything has consciousness, right? I learned that in order for you to meet God, you have to let go of food. And that's when the fasting come. And that's what we hear about Jesus, the 40 days. Bro, I don't practice religion, but
Mm,
they give you the sprinkle the truth for you to be, especially the hardest thing. When I heard this guy say 40 days without food, I've done it, but I was able to accomplish it by connecting with nature. My feet was in the ground, absorbing all the nutrients that my body needs. No water, no food.
for 40, you did that for
I
40
did that,
days?
bro. And that's when my life changed completely, man. I could never see the world the same way. To a
Mm.
point where I'll come across people, and if they really are a bad energy, they start transforming right in front of me, like growling, making faces like they ready to chop my head off.
Mm. Talk about the experience of 40 days, no food, the difficulty level of that.
Oh man. And that's what I believe they're trying to tell us about Jesus too, man. It's a sacrifice that you have to make of the fleshy desire. And once you let go of that fleshy desire, man, your mind or whatever thing that connects with you take you on a journey that you have no words for, man. Like I was living in a world where everything was connected, everything was one, just pure love, man. And
Mm.
I couldn't comprehend to it. And I just started crying, man. And this world where the moment the mind think of something, it happened. It's almost like there are levels of manifestation of our lives. And I went to a journey where I was on a level, the moment my mind processed something, I'm there automatically. And I realized on this earth, like you think of something, it takes time to
That's a
come
fact.
because now we're creating routes. We're creating a bunch of ways that it could come. And that's what's taking it longer.
Hey, you
Just,
know what? I can relate to that, family. You know why? Because I did 108 days of all watermelon, right?
ooh,
108 days. And during those days, I would have moments where I would just hit the ground and start crying. And like I couldn't control it. Like I would try to stop and I would be laughing and enjoy at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It was so overwhelming. But when you talk about like everybody around me used to be like, you manifesting so fast. And I didn't see it like that. You know, life is normal, but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really focused on the watermelon. But it makes so much sense because if you tap in like that, and now that journey made me more spiritual. I wasn't tapped in like that during it. Afterwards, I started researching more and doing more. So that's even time. You know what I'm saying? Afterwards, it's like
Yeah.
not in the moment. That's
But to
crazy
an-
that you're talking about.
but to answer your question, I believe yes, you have to let go of food for a few days because the parasite, man, parasite really do take control of the brain, and they kept showing us over and over and over and over. They put in your food, they put in your face and letting you, and then you think it's nothing. They are really in control. And the more you remove, the more parasite you remove, the more connection you will have.
That's a fact. That's
Yeah.
a fact. The more you get rid of, the more you can allow.
The more you could
You-
align, man, because
Yeah.
they just pulling you out of it, man. That's their job. You know, it's like they not feeding us, man. They feeding the parasite inside of us.
Hey, you said something, right? And me and you was exchanging emails, right? And you was talking about how you do, right? How our name is a digital frequency,
Yeah.
right? Can you please speak on this and tell the people a little bit more about that?
But I realize, man, even us going to work, man, we don't see the paper money anymore. They trying to digitize even you as a human being to know like back in the day, people used to work for gold and diamonds. And then we're growing up thinking we're working for a piece of paper. And then now it's vanished. And then you realize the same way they use your capital name on your ID, there's a
Facts.
vibration that connects with everything. That's why even when you apply for a loan, they don't even need someone to tell you if you're gonna approve or not. It all connected to the zeros and ones. And then you realize there is a vibration to these numbers. It's like I'm not I just now started getting into it because I realized, wow, everything is really traveling through zeros and ones. Like I'll close my eyes. The deeper I get into the meditation, I'll see just a plaque of just zeros and ones just written in front of my eyes. And that was the beginning of me just like, holy shit, there's something there. And then the more I'm searching, the more I'm realizing we have zeros and ones in our body. Like our DNA code has zeros and ones.
Mm,
I couldn't believe that. So the moment I heard that, there's a reason why a name is connected. There's a reason, even me, I'm gonna tell you why name is so important. When I was the story I told you how I was born, the person said, you have to remember his name. Because if you don't, his life is gonna be trouble.
and you know what? But like I used to say, okay, say like my name Bobby, right?
My
Bobby.
name is Jimmy.
Okay, Jimmy, Bobby and Jimmy, right?
Bobby and
So,
Jimmy.
so we sit here, we two black men. Look at the. Like, if you already break that down, my name Bobby, I'm black. That's two identifications, right? Right? That I can't even say I am because so if you say that, so my name Bobby, do that mean that name Bobby Smith is connected to a digital frequency?
Oh yeah, big time,
So it's
man.
so
Because
so
your bank account, just because you see the numbers and the back end is all zeros and ones, it's all zeros and ones that's controlling everything. Even to put people in jail, it's all zeros and ones. They decoded your name to match it. Bro. It's deep, man.
that's deep as fuck.
Yeah,
All
every
right.
one, every zero is all connected, bro. It's the same thing as when you were mentioning about how to connect to the cosmos, we
Mm-hmm.
realize every letter contained the law of the universe. So when they say that just alone contained the whole law of the universe on its own. So
Mm.
the ABCs, each letter contained the law of the universe. So that's why they give us. That's why they say the language itself is a spell, and
Mm-hmm.
it's words because they combine these letters to create sentence for you without you even knowing. That's why they say, blessed, like you be in less, and we know good morning is when you're sad, you mourn, and then
Facts.
every time you wake up, you say you wake up, we know awake what it is. So we're using these words that's slowly dragging us. But I made a book where I have a couple words that I find out they used to back in the day. They used to use them vibration. But if you meditate and just think about those words, bro, your whole body just I'll send it to you. Your whole body just lift up, man.
Insane.
There's a
And
word called instead of using bless, you use Benedict. Just this word alone, just do a meditation on Benedict, which is joyful, bliss. You realize how your body react differently than the word bliss and Benedict. It's insane.
I was deep into that etymology, right?
Yeah.
What the root of words and what they mean. So I was always like people used to be like, why you don't like the word bless and all of these things, to condemn or curse.
Exactly. The word is
Bless,
bliss, not bless. It's bliss.
bless,
Bliss.
right? So
Yeah.
and then like even I was literally about to repost this video today. The word bad, uh, which means hermaphrodite or womanish man, right?
Well,
Uh,
why you think bad boy?
bad boy, right?
Yeah.
Or look, they say, look, and this is why this is so deep. They say how the words are connected to vibration, right?
Hmm.
And and they say Michael Jackson, right? Went around, he got the song "Bad." I'm bad. He keeps saying that over and over. He going around spreading this to the world, and then you see what he actually turned into: a womanish
All
looking
vibration,
man.
bro. It's an affirmation. It's a chant,
In
man. It's a
fact,
worse. I stopped watching musical movies.
mm,
Movies, if it has any musical, I shut it off because to the chant, that's how the spell travel even faster.
facts.
I remove myself completely. I don't care what movie it is. If it's musical, I'm out.
And it's crazy. So that man, we could go into so much, but I do want to
Oh
get
man,
to
I'm all for it, man.
you got the binary app, right? You're working on the app. Let's talk about that. What's going on with that? What do you do? What is it?
Well, is his I like to test things myself. Like I trade stocks, and through meditation, I just learned how to code, man. I swear to you, 2 months ago, if you would have asked me anything about coding, I don't know nothing. But now, bro, I could code an app from scratch with everything through meditation. I can't even put it into words, but the app is pretty much helping you. I realized the capital letter of your name and the lowercase letter is totally different energy. It's not the same. The first capital letter of your name is even stronger than the rest of the lowercase. So when you do in the binary code, it has to be in all caps because it is more powerful. That's what people, I don't want to say the name, but that's why they use it in your all documents. Pay attention to your all names, it's all caps
Yeah,
because
like
they carry
because
bigger vibration.
it doesn't that all caps signifies a corporation.
It does. There's a reason why they use it because they're using you. And in order to
Mm,
use you, they have to use the most powerful force that they could get out of you, which is all your name in all caps.
mm.
It's savagery, man.
It's always deeper than it appears.
Oh wow, it's some of the things I realized, man. It's oh man, I can't even. But man, I'll say that to say you use the app pretty much like Let's say even if you want a house, instead of having the word house, convert that word into binary, copy and paste it multiple times and let your eyes see it, because your eyes could actually read it for your brain. It's just you who can't understand it.
Mm.
Yeah, the eyes could actually read the zeros and ones.
So is that what? So is that what your app is assisting with?
Yeah, that's what my app is assisting with, man. Is because I went and dig really deep to find out they get the conversion properly if they want to manifest. Like I've used it every time before I go trade stocks, bro. I'll put the word money in all caps, and I'll put my name next to it in all caps, and I'll just copy and paste it, all of it. Even the stocks that I'm about, the sticker of the stock, I'll put in binary. If it's 4 letters or 3 letters, I'll get the code, copy and paste, and just let my eyes watch it for a few, man. Just meditate on it. And then I'll watch it for a while, close my eyes, and I could see the zeros and ones. You know, when you the first few seconds when you close your eyes, it's like there's a plasma of images stay. So you kept that zeros and ones into your brain, man, and things happen, bro. Like if I tell you I would own a house, man, like from where I came from, never,
Mm.
never, bro.
Mm.
Even people
And
around me just like, nah, man, you're not ready. But I'm saying the spirits say I'm ready. And I just move along, man. Like I didn't know the next step. I didn't know where I was gonna get it, but I would not stop, man. And I got when I signed the paper, it was just like it happened so fast. I just let the energy takes it all, man. I
I mean,
realized some of the battles are just not for us, man. If you want something and you know you don't have it in front of you, that you're gonna need to work hard for it, remove yourself. If you have to work hard for anything, let the energy take care of it. That means you
how,
all become a burden because you're not supposed to be working that hard to get what you want.
that's a fact. How like,
Yeah.
how do you tap into that though? Like think about this. I got so many people I work with, man. They be like, Bobby, I'm trying to manifest. I'm trying to meditate. I can't get in this position. I can't hold my thought. How do somebody get to this deep level of meditation? What I like to call quickening, right?
Working.
To a quickening state. How
Here's,
do you get to that?
all right. Here's the thing I did. I'll start counting to 5, and sometimes your mind is gonna take off, go somewhere else. You have to keep dragging it back to like and start recounting again. And your mind is gonna drift again, giving you things. But the first thing you have to do, you have to pick a word that you want to manifest. Not manifest, but you want to meditate on. Like let's say forgiveness is a big one, because you don't have to be specific with forgiveness. You don't know what you've done. Sometimes you hurt someone, you don't even know you've done it. You just like, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive, and you kept repeating it. I forgive, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive. You don't stop. You kept going. And then the moment your mind drift is gonna give you a thought, man, is either you accept it or reject it. You have to learn how to trash things that don't define who you are. Even though there's evidence of it. I'm broke, in your mind, that's what you see. It's like you have to say in your mind, you're trash, because you do not want to believe that. And the moment you accept that, then it becomes the reality. And then they're gonna keep coming, keep coming. And the more that comes, you keep accepting the one that's positive, and the one that's negative, you have to say it, reject them. And when I hear people say, God, give me authority, this is the moment. You are trash. You are garbage. You got to go. You don't belong. They hear you. They listen. Same way you speak thing into existence, man, you have to be really assertive to say, you don't belong. Because that's what happened to a lot of people. They start accepting certain thoughts and they can't stay still, not knowing that they're in charge at that moment. This is a moment for you to slow down and analyze even the negative things into your life. You get to, hey, this person belong on this side of my life. This positive person right here, like you are in charge. And that's when you start really sitting down and analyze everything. Even if it was a conversation with someone, analyzing it, that's meditation. Just looking at the trees outside, don't say nothing, just Or one you could do is just reject every thoughts that come. I don't want nothing. I don't need anything.
And I think that's one of the toughest stages to get to, right? During my meditations, right? Because I go out in nature a lot, and I like to be in the ether. I've always said me indoors and meditating is totally different than being outside. It's like night and day almost, really, to me.
That's true.
And it's easier to sit there and slow down your thoughts when you in outside in nature. And this is how I tell people. This is the best way I can explain it. How you have negative thoughts about yourself, like you just said.
Hmm.
When you have what happens is the better you get and the more you do this, the less those negative thoughts come, and the more those positive thoughts that you have about yourself and those reaffirmations about yourself. I
Yeah,
am this. I am the greatest. I am this. They so easy to come without the other thoughts coming to stop them.
that's true. Yeah, you take
That's
charge.
yeah, yeah,
Charge.
yeah.
Because if you don't, that's what they're here for, man, to sabotage. And then you ended up sabotage your own self without you even knowing. Because you believe in nonsense, you didn't take charge to say, nope, this is not me. You don't belong. You are trash. That's the one I use a lot, man. You are trash.
That's a fact.
I'll trash you right now. Delete. That's another one. Delete.
Mm, mm.
Because I believe we all really technology. So I try to use term that really that what we do when we just wiped out completely and just delete trash. We are trashing anything that is no good. That's not gonna serve me. You gotta go.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
What
man.
is the app already out?
Yeah, it's in the Apple Store for now, but I'm working on the Android part of it. I've just been going through a little something
It,
something. It should be dropping by next week.
definitely gonna have to drop the link to the app. What is the name of the app?
Binary me.
Binary Me. I should have had that already. Binary Me is the name of the app. Let's talk about something real quick. You said in your videos, right, on TikTok, you got 45,000 followers on TikTok, right? Like you're not on any other platform.
I used to be, and then
Yeah.
I realized something, bro. I was signing contracts. I was giving away things that without my knowledge, man. So I decided, you know what? This one stays. Everything else got to go.
And okay, so with that, how is that? How is the TikTok community being for you? How is that? How are you received over there?
But I just feel like, man, it's just a way for me to share what I'm thinking about. I don't see it as if they take that away, it's gonna affect my life, man. I try to stay away from things outside of myself. It's just the same way people that do drugs or the drink. If you are taking control over me, you gotta go. Anything outside of myself that I need to depend on, it's a trap because it could easily be taken away from you. And that's how I see all these platforms, man. I don't really depend on them.
Mm, mm. Hey, you know what? I got something when you said some information that I shared about things that I do. You had a video about feeding squirrels, right? After the snow melt. Like, can you was it a significance behind that? Like, what can you talk about that a little bit?
Oh, they didn't eat the strawberries for 3 days, man. Yo, that shook me, man, because I'm like, damn, like it must be plastic for real. Like those are lab, they just put them food, man.
That's a fact. What
Yeah,
what
nah,
does what do a day look like for you eating? Talk about that video first. Then talk about a day for you eating.
things that I eat.
Yeah.
Let's see. But there's times, okay, I'll eat like rice, but I'll add like sea moss in the rice.
To your rice?
Yeah.
Huh.
While
Interesting.
it's boiling, I'll add
Huh.
sea moss to just give it that little kick that it needs, nutrients that get out of it. Like I'll
Okay.
put sea moss in my food. That's one,
Hmm.
and I realize it works. And rice, beans, potatoes. What else? Pasta I eat.
Hmm.
Uh, What else?
Pretty much whole food, plant based. Would you say?
Yeah, I try. I have no meat in my diet at all. Like
No
and
meat.
vegetables and fruits. You know, that's the norm. Like I pretty much like juice. Like I'll spend most of my time drinking juice than anything else. Than meat. Like
Okay.
pineapple and lime. That's one of my favorite, man.
You know, one of the things about the community, right? I've been looking around, and the importance of this fruit up shit, right? The importance of eating mostly fruits in our diet. Do you believe that fruitarianism is a way of living that we should be abiding?
Oh, for sure, man.
Indeed.
For sure, man. I mean, you have to look at the way nature just know exactly how your inside look and create the specification for it. Come on, that's a given. It's a must,
Indeed.
man. I mean, when you really have the good stuff, man, the body reacts. It's the same thing people say well, after they eat, they have the itis. You just destroy your whole body, and the body say, "Hey, I need to help you out. I'm gonna have to put you to sleep just to, fix you up."
Right.
And that's what's happening, man. And then you realize the damage the food is really doing. And then when you eat the good stuff, you just keep going. It doesn't hit the same, man. You feel
Don't.
totally different. Like you feel like not only that you eat light, and you feel like you eat enough, like you just had a whole meal because the body just reacted. Oh man, I believe that's the way to go, man.
Now, you ever thought like so? I've been in like some tough situations in my life, right? Uh, Gangs, violence. I done beat on women. I done been a drug addict, alcoholic, right? Then when I started fruiting up, everything changed. And I tell people in our community, especially where we come from, and when you the reason why they don't get it is because they don't do it. So that's why I'm such a huge advocate of this fruit up, eat mostly fruits. Now I'm meeting people where they at. But I'm learning. When you meet people where they at, what happens is you find out very fast. It's not that you have to meet them where they at. You got to put them up to where you are, right? And that is very difficult when you're talking about even people receiving information, like the shit you spitting. Like in order to get that and grasp that, you got to be on a certain level of information already.
But
You know what
again,
I'm
the
saying?
parasites is stopping it from receiving it too, man, because you're gonna destroy them. You see, it's a battle, man. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the fight that's happening. At one point, you feel like, man, I'm craving this. It's not you. It's something in you that wants that thing that it's not even good for you. And
Right.
it can never stop, man. It's just they once they take over, and you got to be the strong one. And I believe
Have
that's
you?
what the whole religion put on the outside to make people see what they're dealing with.
Facts. Facts. Have you ever attempted like to do an all raw diet or raw fruit diet?
I want to, man, but I started it last summer, where I was eating in my backyard, only in my backyard.
Mm.
All the
I
stuff.
remember you hit me up and said that you was growing your own fruits. Yeah.
Yeah, I grew
Yeah.
up. When I bought the house, it was in the winter time, so summer came and all these weeds, just that they call weeds, and I'm looking them things up, man. They are all medicine for the body,
Mm.
and I just went on that journey. I
Insane.
just ate everything that's in the backyard, man. I built up so much muscle, man. I didn't have to eat that much, man, to build muscle. It was the best thing ever, man. Now I see why they give the stuff to get rid of
Mm.
them.
And so,
Wow.
hey, we got man. I could talk about so much with you. You got the So I want to get into the app a little more though, because people are very interested in the app. Uh, what
That's where the
like?
money is, man. Money is where it runs. Money is not paper anymore, man.
Do you when you get that so if I downloaded the app, right? I don't got it, and you said it's only on iPhone, and you know I'm a big, huge Samsung user, right? You use iPhone, don't you?
Yeah.
So because like I tell the war, it's the war is all around us, right? But the war is within. But Samsung, iPhone, it tell a lot about you. You know,
Yeah, it does, man. I was
you
just
know what I'm
about to
saying?
say that, man. I
Yeah.
used to work for a school, and I was the network administrator there. So
Mm.
being in all is routers and switches and stuff, man. Them things have a mind on their own, man.
That's a fact. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
bro. And that's when the zeros and ones, man, started connecting. It felt like them things were talking to me, man.
That's
Strange.
crazy. It is, man. We live in a magical world, man. But it's
Oh
all
man,
coded,
this
like you
whole
said.
world
So
is magic, man.
it
This
is
whole world is, even your hat, man. You realize all these teams, they have like animal spirits attached to them as a logo.
insane. Insane. I was watching something like that the other day. And you know what? That's the beauty of TikTok. And I have to give it up to TikTok because I learned so much. It's like one thing about it is when you know nothing, you can learn everything, right? So
Exactly.
I'm always learning every single day from everybody. And when I see brothers
Yeah,
like you
man.
come on that with that deep knowledge, I'm like, man, this is gold. And so with the app though, if I was to download the app, which I ain't because I ain't got no iPhone, but my iPhone users
I'll
out
say,
there,
you'll be the first one to get the link once I fix the Android down upload.
indeed, and I'm gonna be the first one to put it out there too. Hey, for my iPhone users though, I know it's a lot of y'all out there. Go download the app right now. So if they download the app, right? Then what's the next step after that? What
The
should they
next
be
step
looking
is
forward to?
just you plug in your name. It'll give you, don't forget, name in all caps. Do not forget that, all caps. And also give you colors that you could use that matches who you are for the binary. It
Mm,
also do a match. It's like if you have one person that you want to get really matched with, especially on a digital world, you could put their name and it'll give you a match. And when you get to meet that person, use the color that they gave you in the app. It works. Not only it works, you could use that color for branding as well, your business, because the zeros and ones in the colors algorithm will pick that up. So the app also give you your color of choices that are attached to your name, which is something major when it comes to marketing and all that stuff. You know,
that's a fact.
yeah.
That's a fact. And that's a golden idea, man. There's something like that. You say you ain't even know nothing about code and nothing.
No,
You knew something, but you meditated on it.
a lot.
Um, a
It's
lot.
a must for me every day, 2 or 3 hours a day for sure. No
Mm,
joke, bro. I'm not joking.
that, that's
And
insane.
all I ever meditate is no need, no want. Because sometimes we stop things from coming to us because we want this, we want that. And not knowing all his desires, man, they're gonna come if it's for you. You just meditate, align yourself with the energy and know you might need this. And the spirit say, or the energy or the universe say, no, it's not right now. You might want that, and it's not. You just no need, no want. You just stay still.
Um, I gotta go back to this, bro. I know I'm going all over the place a little bit, but
Bro, I'm with it,
uh,
man.
I love it. I love
My
it.
mind is all
Um,
for it, man.
you talking about the stuff that they was putting in the food, the camp from the cameras, right? Um, is that in all the food, or is that it? That's in the fruits, the vegetables, the meat,
Oh,
everything.
they might inject a little something in there, but that might be why they remove the seeds.
Mm,
But I know for sure the package, and I went on a journey with the food is the whole process of them changing plastic bag to paper bag. And then I realized, oh my God, they tricked us. Our food is still packaging with plastic, and then they give us paper bag to carry the food. And it's just like, dude, we try to get rid of plastic in our food and plastic in the ocean. If you want to get rid of plastic, let's get rid of the plastic of the thing that's destroying people, you know? And I
facts.
realized it was all a trick, man. And I went down to the ingredient and find out, man, how pictures used to come out back in the day. Like there's a strange change attack. And I'm looking at all the ingredients, all the chemicals that they use. I went to scrolling to TikTok, this guy came with a sauce and he said, why is this thing in there? I'm a cameraman. And in my school, when I used to go to the dark room, that's what we use. And I'm
Wow.
like, ding, 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 ding.
Hey,
So,
it's so crazy when I seen that video. Then when you was explaining it, and then I went down a rabbit hole myself, and I'm like, this shit crazy, and it's so intricate, right? It's such an intricate thing that it's kind of hard to follow.
yeah, it
You know what
is.
I'm saying? Like it's kind of hard to follow. Like
Yeah.
God damn. So it's like damn, what they doing to us is so intricate. That's why I'm a big advocate of control the things that you can control.
Which is you. That's it.
That's it. That's it. You can't control me. You can't control him. So
You can.
I get up every single day. What's a routine for you? Like
Oh
how
man,
do you
I'm
start
up.
your day?
Let's see. I usually get like 4, 5 hours of sleep because again, they tell you that you need 8 hours because the stuff that you eat needs to be digested, man. I'm waking
Mhm.
up before everybody going to sleep. After everyone is gone, like I'll have 2, 3, 4 hours of sleep. First thing I'll do, man, is meditation, bro. I cannot start my day without meditating,
Mhm.
analyzing just anything, and just always, if I want to ask for anything, it's just asking for the goodness of the world, man.
That's
And
it.
then I'll just sit there and say, no need, no wants, nothing, no words, nothing, man. I just let it be. And if the thoughts come, like I told you, man, I just trash. In my mind, I'm just trashing everything. I just want to be. No desire, no want, no need, man. And then after that, I go to a scanning. Like I'll go to like Thinkorswim, which is a software that you scan for stocks, and
Mhm.
I'll look at for what's trading for the day, get my trade in for like 30 minutes, boom, done profit, and then move on to like coding. And then after coding, by 8:30, 9 o'clock, my kids are up. My usually my youngest one usually up, and then I'll just play with her. So
How many kids you got?
we all work from home, man. My wife, we're all home all day. It's like I make sure that my daughter, when she was 2 or 3, she sent me I was at work, man. I used to work from like 7 o'clock in the morning to like 8, 9 o'clock at night. And she sent her just like, Daddy, I want you to be home. She was crying. And after that, man, I put it out there to learn how to trade stocks. I put some money in, came out with a profit, put my 2 weeks notice in, never look back, man.
Never look back. How many kids you got?
3.
3 kids. Fire. I got two myself, family.
Oh shit.
Uh,
They lovely,
Beautiful.
man. They all my teachers,
Beautiful.
man.
That's a fact. I tell
Yeah,
people all the time, our kids are here to teach us how to be parents, not the other way
to
around.
remind you who you used to be and who you're supposed to be.
Facts. Hey,
Yeah.
you know why that's so deep? Because when I came into this awakening, right? When I on this journey, and particularly during my watermelon challenge, everything changed. I got custody of my son. He moved in with me, and my life changed completely. I quit my job, and I ain't looked back since. But during that time, I had so many moments where I would like yell at my son or something, right? And at the time I yell at him, I see his facial expression or like I feel something from him, and it would take me back to the moment where I felt that way as a
Mm,
kid.
mm.
And I'll be like, "Oh shit, that shit!" It could feel the pain. Like,
Yeah,
"Oh man, Dad, sorry, man, that'll never happen again." It's like it teaches you so much, and that's why I appreciate eating this way and being able to feel the way I feel. But what I want to get
amazing,
to,
man.
it's crazy, man. That's why I'm a huge advocate of like fruits create feeling. They like a lot of our people out here that lost the feeling of life, and life is about how you feel. You are your nervous system. You ever like people be like, I got to get my nervous system together. That's how you feel.
Yeah,
And this is the best. This is the best thing for me. And like all of the conversations we have, you know what I'm saying, are going. But I wanted to get to something real quick. When you talk about meditating, consciousness, and all of these things, right? And you saying you're working from home and you just had this time. When you think about somebody right now in the world, is it the people who getting up, going straight to work, giving their time away, giving their energy away, is is to me personally, to you, do you agree with this? That's the end. That's the old way. The hustle mentality, the I gotta get it, I gotta give all my energy and time away to something else to get something. Do you like can you feel that shift coming on, or is it already here? What's your
it
take?
was always a lie, man, because you realize the less you work, the more you make. You pay
That's
attention
a
to the people who own the place. You do all
it's,
the work and you get less, man.
that's a fact.
It's right there, but we do not pay attention to it because you're being programmed to think you gotta work, you gotta work, you gotta. Yo, the day that I learned you have to work smart, not hard,
Mhm.
completely changed, bro. And that's when I realized I cannot really put my life on a job that's not, people think it's security when it's not security. You do not safe. You are not safe at a job. So when I learned all these things, it's like they could easily one day just like, you got to go. I had to learn how to trade stocks. If I have $20, I need to learn how to turn it to 40. So that way I don't have to depend on that. And that was my whole journey to make sure I learn how to trade stocks, bro. When I quit my job and told my mom, I was like, man, are you on drugs? The old mentality is like, you need a job.
Yeah.
I don't have a 9 to 5. I own a house.
It's another testament, right, to that we are what we attract.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We are what we attract, not what we can get. And I often say what's coming to you is exactly what you get. And how you change what's coming to you, change what you're doing for yourself. And this is a testament. The more you know, the better off you are. And we are all testaments to that. So, hey, man, this has been a brilliant conversation, family. What I want to do for you.
All day long. So much, man, because the people, really, man, it's like, I remember my mom told me a story. It's like, I remember you were so young and this kid was getting beat. You had to walk in between to tell the mom to stop. I spent 12 years, man, working with kids from 5 to like 21. And from 18 to 21, they were like probation kids, man. They used to steal food because the mom used to give them $20 for a whole month. A whole month. That means she's working so hard, can't even do it, but they give him, and he had to go to the system because he had to steal, or was it a sandwich or something, an apple? It was hurtful, man. And then my boss is telling me, don't get emotional, don't get attached. Man, I spent 12 years, man, just learning from these kids, man. People were like, man, how do you do it? I'm like, I'm not teaching them. They are teaching me. Right. You know? And that's the thing, man. All I could do is just project love, man. And then I watch them till this day, bro. They reach out to me. It's like telling me thank you. Because I give them something to look up to, man. I'm the same age. I have a job, car, apartment. Because of who I was, bro. I was in the basketball team. My second day playing, my coach gave me a copy of his key of his apartment. It's like, man, whenever you can study, just go do this. It's like something about you, man. And he's like, you know what I do? It's like I work with kids. He's like, I'm gonna take you to my job, man. You need to meet these kids. And I never looked back, man. And I was in high school. Throughout my whole thing, man. And that's the energy I always put out there. It's love, man. I never bump heads with no one, never in a fight, nothing. People will come to my face trying to fight me, and just like the energy completely changed. Because why would I hurt someone that looked like me, man? I can't, bro. My heart doesn't have it to just hurt people that I know you're already going through a lot. The only thing I could do is just sing you love, because not only is going to help you, it bounces right back to me, man. That's the beauty of doing good, man.
The good is the God in you, man. Like I say, I needed to hear that tonight, family, you know, because it's a lot of people going through a lot of things out there. And it's often when when we do feel good about life and things are going good in life, right? We often sometimes forget, you know, and that people really going through it. And, you know, sometimes it is their fault, sometimes it's not. But who am I to judge, you know? She kept talking about what if they bite you in the face. Hey, I ain't say now, I ain't gonna let no, I ain't go, you feel me? But hey, my brother, so let me tell you this. You are tremendous, man. You tremendous.
Hey, man, you too, man. I've seen your clip, man. Like, I mean, you gotta have the mind to do what you've done, man. A lot of people, they just can't, man, because they need to go get to know who they are. And once you get to know who you are, you care enough to say, I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't care what you say. It is me who's gonna feel the pain. It is me who's gonna feel everything. So yeah, man. It's a mind, man. And that's why all these things came to you, because your mind is strengthening. You're putting out there so much sacrifices, man. And the universe is sacrifices right back to you, man. And that's the idea of fasting, because now you're giving the body a chance to recover, to say thank you for taking care of me all these years. You never asked me for anything. I've been feeding you all this bad thing. You still find a way to heal me. That's you saying thank you for even removing all the bad stuff that you're craving. You know it tastes good, you know it's gonna hurt the body, but by giving it a moment, you're saying, thank you for taking care of me. When I could have just eat this and but you
I'm
kept
going
me alive,
back.
Yeah,
Facts.
man.
Hey, I often I don't think we even look at it that way.
No,
And,
not
and,
at all,
and to
man.
become more intentional about it and doing it that way, it pays off bigger
It
dividends.
pays off because you realize that character also built in people as well. If you could do it for yourself, you're gonna end up sacrifice for other people as well. And it builds
Mm,
you up as a being to project goodness to the world, man.
that's
Because
a
now you
fact.
have no fear. Ain't nothing that's gonna come back. And that's why I never have to look behind my back. I'm not doing anyone any hurtful things, man. Everything I ever projected is love. So the only thing I need to worry about is love to come back.
That's a fact.
You
Hey,
know,
I feel the same way.
yeah, man.
I feel the same way.
I've seen people always on the lookout, and it's like, dude, what are you projecting?
Fear,
And I have
fear.
nothing to fear, man. I have nothing. I have no one to be on the lookout for. It's like people come to my face, dude. All you can feel is love, man. You're not
Mm,
feeling no hurt for me to think I want to. No, it
that's a
doesn't
fact.
get to that level. Like it would
Hey,
take.
you know you gotta be full of love, and you in New York saying that, right?
Well, I went to
um,
the worst high school where on Fridays you couldn't go to school. You will get beat
mm,
up. Teachers used to get beat up. Security used to get beat up. That's how
crazy.
bad. And I never got not into one fight, bro. People that used to, they'll give me handshake, bro, tap, and all that stuff. Bro, I'll walk through the valley, bro. But I
You,
think it's because also I was in the basketball team as well.
oh
But
yeah.
besides that, all the gangs, man, all the kids who wanted to be gangs. I used to have this kid who used to sit next to me. And then out of nowhere, one day, man, I'm walking out, seeing him jumping in with 4 other kids, like into a fight to become Crips. I'm like, gosh, God.
Mm,
It was right there, handed to me for me to become. But I just removed myself, bro. I removed myself from everyone. Like I came here, I didn't know any English at all, bro. When I was in school, so I used to hang out with people who speak Creole. And in my mind, I'm like, there's no way I could learn English and understand because something that happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. If I want to learn English, there's no way I'm gonna do that by hanging out with all these guys. I shift, man. They hit it on me. They think I was better than them, but I'm like, no, man, I needed this. And that's
mm,
when by learning English, I went to all these books and able because the French and the Creole language, there's no such books. But it happens to me because when I first came here, bro, they gave me a shot 7 times because I didn't know the language. You know the was it TBT, TB? You know the shot they gave you to see if the bubble come up on your skin,
mm.
to see if you have what was it
Tuberculosis.
tuberculosis.
Yeah, yeah.
I got it 7 times because I didn't know the language. My siblings had like a big circle in their arms, and mine didn't show any effects at all. 7 times, and the lady's looking at me. It's like, how? They on medication for it, and me and my thing is just flat. And because of that mistake, man, I made it my duty to learn the language.
That's insane work.
Yeah, well,
Um, wow. Uh, hey, so what part of New York you in?
when I came here, I was in Brooklyn. Now I'm upstate New York, man.
How is the scene in New York right now? Like, is it chaos up there with the immigrants and all of that, or is that just the show?
Nah, man. It's always like that, bro. It's always people from all over the place, man. I grew up in Brooklyn, but after I got the job, I think I was 17. I moved out. The job gave me an apartment, bro. It's like that's how amazing to know. Like 17, English was like halfway to like 80% or 70%, bro. I got my own apartment. The job gave me an apartment, and all I have to do is just go down the elevator to go to work. And I did it for 12 years, man. I had the life. And in New York, you realize where I was living, that's the only place in the world where you would find every race in the world, called
Mm,
Astoria, Queens, bro. Look it up.
mm.
Astoria, Queens is the only place in the world where I grew up around seeing all type of faces, man. I've seen all type of people, man. It's not what they told you, man. Yeah, it has. I mean, just like everywhere else, man. Knuckleheads who wants to be strong. I don't know, wannabes. But most
Facts.
likely, man, it's a vibe, man. You could
Indeed.
tell when someone is from New York, like they have some type of swag, and they'll show it off. But at the same time, they also have this, "Fuck you looking at?"
Facts. Hey.
I never. One time, something happened with walking down, going to the train station after school, and three of them, like Crips, they have all blues, flags, and all that stuff. I'm by myself, and then one of them just knocked my hat off out of my head, and I'm standing in the middle. I'm like, and I just give him that look, man, and I'm like, man, if I really get into this, man, I don't think I ever been that mad to think that I need to defend myself because I know who I am, man. If I ever get mad, just like you turn into like this. That's what I know because it never happened. Bro, I look at this kid and they said, give him his hat back. They just give me my hat and walked away. And then I look back, they are fighting with someone else. Just a few minutes. They just left me. And then someone else, they got into it. Probably did the exact same thing to them. But I had a friend who, after the party, man, walking him home, dropping him off, someone pulled a gun on him. I was right there, bro. And I'm like, yo, you attracted all these things into your life. But there's a story, man, now that I brought that up, that kid was not someone that I thought he was, man. I got set up for my spine fluid. I sold it for $50,000 without me even knowing, bro.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'm not joking, bro. They've been doing that for years and I fell for it. But the way it happened, I know I was set up because the kid hit me up saying, yo, can you help me go get a mattress? I'm like, all right, cool. Saturday, let's go. Actually, I think it was Sunday because in my mind, I'm like, there's less traffic. He could drive. I give him the car to drive because he was telling me that he wanted his license. When we turned in to go into the mall, he kind of like slowed down. And I'm in the passenger side, so he's turned in my passenger side facing the street. A truck came out of nowhere, bro, and just boom. I looked over, he's out of the car. He's already out, and I'm stuck. And then I'm hearing people saying, call 911, 911. And I'm looking through the window that's like shattered all in my face. This lady came out of the truck, started yelling, ah, my baby. But it was all a setup. And then when I finally sip it, like I got out all the glass, man, cutting myself, getting out, trying to get out because I don't know if the car is on fire or not. 3 people out of nowhere, witnesses for the people who hit us. Where did they come from? I had no idea. And then I went to a journey where they were like giving me shots. They said my back, I couldn't walk anymore. I need a back surgery. And then I realized the whole time they were drilling my back, bro, I was up to a point where the doctor was saying, shut up, dude. I couldn't comprehend. And then I'm watching all these people being passing through the system. Dude, they pull out my spine fluid. And then they give me a check for $50,000. The worst part of it, man, when I went to go pick up that check, those people were not humans, bro. I swear to you. I swear to you, man, it was something I don't want to, but the company start with a G and they show you their little on their commercial. I had 6 lawyers. They were not lawyers. And my lawyer, which is like 6 and 8 people in a big ass office. And then they wanted me to show my back where I got the back surgery from. And then the lawyer's like tapping me. It's like,
what the hell do they do with your spine fluid?
bro, I watched the movie. What's the name of it? Where they use the spine fluid to turn themselves young, a younger version of themselves. That's what the spine fluid could actually do. Yeah. After I saw that movie, I'm like, that's exactly what these people did to me.
Outlandish.
Crazy.
Hey, I didn't heard some shit.
The craziest thing, that kid never spoke to me after that. Never heard from them. And I thought we were boys, we were partying and all that stuff. And I never heard from him after that. Never heard from him. I was set up, man.
Outrageous,
Story.
family.
I never told that story before. This is the first, man. And then when I'm realizing, it's like, damn, bro, for $50,000, I give people access to my spine. I was young, man. I was 18 or 19, bro. That 50,000 was a lot of money, and I didn't really process, what was happening, man.
Wow. What in the CIS Facebook is going on here? Hey, the family like, Bobby, what happened? Hey, look, and there be some crazy stuff that happened to us, right? And but in the world that we live in now, family, I think like you said, it's always important to go back to controlling what we can control, right? And doing what's best for us and getting up every day and making the best decisions and obtaining the most knowledge possible. Be careful who you listening to out there.
Stand guard at the door of your mind.
I'm trying to tell you, it's so
Yeah.
much information out there, but I mess with the real ones, right? And I encourage everybody who on my platform right now who not following my brother to go follow his TikTok right now. Let me put that back up because the information that he's putting out there is amazing, right? And the journey has been amazing. The story is amazing. And we gonna definitely get together and do some work. But what I like to do before we get up out of here, right? What I like to do is give you the floor. You know what I'm saying? So you can tell the people whatever you want them to know about you, where to go, whatever to go. Go get anything you got going on. The floor is yours, family.
Well, the only thing I had in mind is I have a bag. I don't know if I mentioned it to you, that all these companies, they want like more than 50% because I have a patent for it. So I think it's the only thing and everything else I have is a bunch of apps that I'm going to pull out that's going to come out in the next month. I have this neighborhood app that's going to come out. It's going to be something, I'll show it to you guys. So if you follow me, you're going to see my next post about it. And I really don't have much, man. I'm just enjoying life and living, man. It's like even the fact that I want people to buy stuff, man. I want to come to a point where we're just providing service for each other, man. So I come to the point where if that change don't happen, then we're still gonna depend on those people with these numbers, and you need these kind of number to get things done. It's just like the day we remove that to say, hey, man, you have a skill that I need, you have something that I need, and I have something that you need. Let's exchange it, make things happen. Boom, we move on. And I feel like if the world goes back to that, and I'm just hoping a lot of people make a lot more money to realize, man. They say money don't buy happiness, but everybody wants to find out.
That's a fact.
Man, and realize, pass it over to the next person, let them experience it, and then we come back to this level where we just use the skills for each other, man. Man.
Hey, you got the people excited. I'm gonna tell you this. You got my brother Cap talking about I got spine fluid for sale.
Yo, it was a story, man. And I'm sitting there thinking like, damn, man, my life went down. Well, I lived through madness for years, man, and I realized it's because of that. It was all connected, man. It was all connected. And I've been poisoned twice, man. Died twice. Yeah, man. And by people closest to me. I was in my mom's belly being poisoned. Like, she telling me stories ever since I was in the belly, man. There's something going on that I can't put my hands on. But I've seen people closer to me being attacked, to be used to attack me. And it's almost like, man, the love in my heart, man, they just can't touch, man. And I've seen people try. And once they attack, reject, man, I watch them just, someone poisoned me and came back the next day how I'm feeling. And I know it too, man. On their way back, man, they broke their nose in their car accident, almost died. Because the attack did not work. Why? Sometimes you just got to stand still, man. It is not your battle. The strongest one don't attack first, man. And that's what I believe, man. So my whole life is, all I can send out there is love. because I know, man, there's some bad ass people out there who will do
It
some
is.
damage.
It
And on
is.
top of that, man, change your diet because the food is connected, man. They'll send these animal spirits after you, man. And when you change your diet, they don't know what you eat. It's the same thing with COVID, man. I'm hanging out with people who had COVID. Why? Because of their diet. You change your diet, that shit cannot manifest into your body, man. It doesn't belong. So they test it in the specific food that they're gonna give you. And once you
Mm,
ingest that, yeah, there goes the stuff that attached to it. It's like a magnet. And the moment you change your diet, all these things, man, especially us melanin people, man, all these diseases will come out with them. When melanin destroy, you sleep in the sun for a while, dissolve all these things. But people abandon it, giving us
right.
these ideas in the commercials and thinking it belongs to us. It doesn't, bro. Bro, I grew up in Haiti. Some of the things I'm hearing when I came here is like, I never heard of such things ever. Like, what? People go through this? Like, what?
It's crazy.
It's just not normal. They're using it in a way to brainwash you to make you believe it. And because of how powerful you are, you create it.
I don't.
It's not what
You
the
know,
doctor says, it's what the universe says, man. And then people keep listening and not knowing that they're in charge. You have the power to heal yourself. And that's the beauty, man.
it's.
It's
I think it's more evident now than ever.
than ever.
You
Too
know,
many
like
records. Too
too
many,
too
bro.
many too many people healing themselves. Too many
Too
people coming
many,
into
bro.
consciousness. Like you can't hide it no more.
And then it's sad because it's like you have people on medication, you have people complaining, you have people, worry about financial, and they still calling on a name that's creating the exact same thing they're going through. But they're not realizing it because they are afraid. And I'm seeing all these people struggling, man. And all they have to do is just, you say you believe in God. You say you have authority. Why keep going back to the manual? Use your authority when the time is right. If you say the devil is attacking, don't go read scriptures. It's time for you to put your foot forward to say, this is who I believe in. This is who I stand with. And
Right.
that's what they're missing, man. They rather just keep going back to the master and ask, putting another spirit forward, not knowing every time you say Paul, Matthew, David, you state in a name to bring forward. And until they understand how magic works, they're gonna think those scriptures, they don't want talking. No, the moment you state the person's name, you bring that person forward, and then you recite the scripture with that person's name, it's chaos, man.
Mm.
That's how it works, man.
That's a fact.
That's how they get you, man. And that's why the Pope now, his last day, he's calling, get this demon off of me. The time is up, man.
Time is gone. Pope Benedict, is he's still sick?
Yeah. He's paying the price. I mean, that's the one thing about my life, man. I believe the consequences. I pay the price for what I do. If I believe that, then all I could do is trying to do good. Because I know the consequences of doing good is to get good. That's been my whole life, man. Ever since I could remember. I have older people coming to me, man, if you were older than that, I would marry you. Because I never really, in the process of even the mind, seeing kids fighting with other kids, that never happened. Never got into a fight, bro. It's always peaceful, man. The worst of the worst kids is like one of my best friends and
Right.
on the block, because it's who I am and what I project. I don't judge, I accept. That's all I ever do, man. I accept you and pay attention to your character. If that the person that you can't be around, you just bring, you gotta go. I'm not judging you. You do you. Just go do it with someone else.
That's a
Like, I
fact.
acknowledge what's happening. I just want to move on from it. You keep doing you. I can't tell you who to be or who. It's just not for me. And that's all I ever be,
That's
man.
all you can do is respect
That's
that.
all you
And
can do, bro.
I'm the same way. My energy is everything. Like the
Yep.
work that I put in to get to this peace of mind, this state of mind, I
Mm,
have to stay in it. You know what I'm saying? By
mm.
any means. So that's what we
Exactly.
work on. What I work on every day is keeping my peace of mind.
That's it, man. And
That's
you
it.
have that, everything else come flowing, because don't forget, man, we are creating path every time we think of something. And
Right.
all these things we're trying to come, you're giving them more ways to delay themselves, you know? And that's what's
Man.
happening, man.
Hey, Hey, we could go all night, family. Hey,
Oh
go
man,
follow
not
my
good.
brother right now. Behold Manos on TikTok right now. The brother got some deep information over there. And we're gonna have to come back and have another conversation, family, for sure.
Oh, I'm with it,
Um,
man.
indeed,
I'm
indeed.
with it, man, because the people, man, it's the more people we have to think for themselves, the more we have them to acknowledge that you are responsible for your own action.
Mm.
They have to choose to do good. And we do good, man. The world, you can't change the world. You just change your behavior and change who you are. And the world around you change.
Can't change the world till we change ourselves.
Can't,
I
man.
love it. I
Yeah,
love
man.
it.
Same thing people saying they found God. You cannot found God until you found yourself. And there's a sacrifice that you need to go to in order for you to really meet that person, man.
Fire, fire, fire. Behold Manos, my brother. Hey, it was a great conversation, man. Definitely bringing you back on. Can't wait for another one. Hey, y'all go follow my brother. Make sure y'all share this live. Share. Kim, no, I'm not asking. Kim Moore, that's my sister. She is hilarious. I love you. Hey, definitely, bro. Appreciate you for coming on, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man, because the puzzle pieces, man, they all fit, they fit. And there's the same thing I said earlier. Sometimes it doesn't fit. It's okay. But you have to find a way to see this is the piece of the puzzle I was missing. And bro, man, I'm telling you, man, you are very inspiring, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
It's the
Appreciate
way
you.
to go, man. A lot of
We
people don't
just
even know that way existed. I was like, you
That's a
showed
fact.
it.
That's a
Yeah.
fact. And we just getting started. Repeat the
Exactly.
code. Much love. Hey, we out of here. Make sure y'all reshare this. Share. Go tune in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Fruit Up with Bobby Smith. And then we out. Fruit Up, family. Much love.
Thanks, man.